G'day and welcome to episode 37 of Trent365. Today is Saturday the 6th of January. I spent a couple of hours yesterday dealing with some product registration issues, so I thought I might just share a couple of thoughts on what we went through. As many of you will know, in most countries, if you want to bring in a skincare product, it needs to be registered with the local authorities. And the process of that registration, the documentation required, it's generally pretty similar between countries, although there are some ingredients and formulations specifically that are not allowed in some countries. But that product registration will need to be held by a local company, because the whole idea is that if anything goes wrong, the government has a local business or a local entity that they can follow up with. And of course, if you're a smaller skincare brand, you don't want to go and set up a new company in every country where you want to bring your product in, which is why a lot of product houses use distributors in the local markets. But what if you don't have a distributor in a local market, yet you still want to be able to bring your product in to a few locations? The situation we had yesterday is there was one spa in the country, there was no distributor of that skincare brand in the country, and the products needed to be registered. So the obvious option was then to use that particular spa to be the person to hold the registration, because they have a local entity. The concern of the product house was that to do that, they would then need to give the formulations over to this particular spa. And the concern was that that formulation of the product is essentially their intellectual property of the skincare company. It's their IP. And the product house wasn't necessarily comfortable giving up their formulation to that spa. And the workaround we found is that we were able to give the formulations directly to the relevant government authorities so that they could check what was in them, to check the ingredients and the formulations. But we effectively bypassed the spa in that part of the process. So whilst they do hold the product registration, they don't have any viewership of the formulation itself. And so in doing this, what we've done is solve the problem of someone to hold the registration, a local entity, and also appease the product house that their formulation was still essentially safe and protected. If you're having problems with your product registration, whether you're a spa or a product house, perhaps that's one avenue that you could consider taking. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate your time. You can subscribe on iTunes or the Google Play Store or a few of the other places you get your podcasts, or just follow along in the social streams. And I'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.